have some elite guys here.
Yeah, I mean, we're also extremely biased, so
we are.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about your Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle, guys, and today we're about to rank all of the Toronto Blue Jays' current 26-man roster. But before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and press that post notification button to stay up to date with everything Blue Jays, everything baseball.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys, so right here we have our tier maker with all the current roster guys. And so at the top, we got our Hall of Fame. So we're kind of going off of video game numbers right now.
Yeah, and I do want to say, my friends, you know, everyone's number ranking system, it is subjective, definitely subjective. Like when we're talking about Hall of Fame, we are talking like there are only like maybe 4, maybe 5 guys in the whole league who I would imagine both of us categorize in that category.
I agree.
Your Mike Trouts, your DeGroms, maybe. So it is an exclusive club up there. I want to make that clear.
And also what they're currently playing at. Like what are they actually going to be playing at, or like what are they going to be? Like where are they in terms of the whole MLB right now?
Yeah. We'll break it down as we go through it. But just a little caveat right
Yes, of course. Good, because or else some people are like, what? All right, so we got the Hall of Fame, the Elite, the Starter, Bench, and Rockies farm system. So if you're in that category, we don't
want you. We basically don't want you on the team if you're in that category.
For real. All right, guys, let's dive right into it. We got Hyun-Jin Ryu first up. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah, Hyun-Jin Ryu, this is interesting, man. Obviously, he's had a couple rocky starts as of late. But I mean, he's still an elite.
I would call him elite.
He's an elite to me.
I'd give him like anywhere, maybe like an 88, 89, something like that.
I think that's about where I'd probably put Hyun-Jin Ryu too. You know, it's like, I could see him dropping off in the next year or two or something like that. Yeah. But he's still an elite right now.
Yeah, like I could see him like slow fading, and like at the end of his contract, maybe he's like a starter, 85, 86, who knows? But we'll see.
We will see. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable for a Hyun-Jin Ryu, the ace of the squad.
Yes. Next up, we got Tyler Saucedo.
Okay, buddy, Saucy now.
Yeah.
I mean, Saucy has done not a lot of stuff. Yeah, pull up the baseball.
Taylor Saucedo. He actually has been good, as I've remembered, since being called up. So
this is it.
4.4 ERA. So like
over a career of 14.1 innings pitched, buddy. We know honestly hardly anything about Saucedo.
Right.
He's got a .1 WAR. He's got a .1 WAR.
Hey, that's something. What was he drafted? What was he supposed to be? 21st round. Okay. So
I mean, frankly, like I definitely don't have Saucedo very high. Like he's only given us a 4.4 ERA.
Honestly, like I'm gonna go low. Like I might even. It's like pretty borderline between farm system and bench. To be honest,
borderline. Yeah, I mean, we don't know anything. And I mean, the only thing you've given me is a 4.4. If he's not in the Rockies farm system, then he'd be like a 73 for me.
And he's already 28 years old, so like I feel like he's got to be
toss him
there.
Yeah, you know
system.
What? You're right, because I think probably the overall, if I was to give him an overall ranking, it might be in that 68 to 70.
Yes, I would agree. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 68, to be honest.
Okay, frankly, Rockies farm system. Hate to see it for our boy Saucy.
Sorry, Saucy. Kirby Snead, another guy who's on the borderline.
We just don't know anything, man.
I just don't know.
We just don't know anything.
Honestly, he kind of feels like, in my mind, like a lock to be like a farm system dude. Oh, 2.7 with 3.1 innings pitched.
Yeah.
And look.
And the whip.
Like 10th round, age 26, like,
yeah, you know what? The
maybe
problem,
like a 72. Like maybe.
You know what? Let's put him Rockies farm system.
Yeah, but above Saucedo.
Higher than Saucedo. Because I mean the 3.1 innings that he has done has been good.
Right.
But the thing is, we don't know anything about this guy yet because he's only done that. So we're gonna put him in there, but say that he's got potential to maybe one day break into that bench, maybe even the starter.
Like maybe, like maybe, one day. So that's it, man. Low potential for him.
Yes.
Ross Stripling, though, very interesting for Ross Stripling.
Now, Ross Stripling is interesting because I was looking at his numbers prior to doing this, and he's got a pretty nice career ERA.
Yeah.
Pretty nice career ERA, 3.89. But the one thing to note is that he hasn't actually had a ERA in the 3 since 2019.
Yeah, but like he is like somewhat of a serviceable guy, you know what I mean? And like he is part of our rotation. Like I feel like he's dancing between bench and starter.
He's around that. He's definitely around that. Yeah, well, let's classify right now because he's got a 4.43 ERA. So
like low end starter, like I give him like honestly like a 78 or 79. Like that's literally what I'm thinking right now.
I'm literally thinking 78, 79. So it's definitely this one is a tough one, my
tough
friends.
One. I'm gonna say you know what? Let's go towards bench just on the safer side.
Yeah,
high bench. He's a 78.
Bench.
He's like a 78.
And after, you know what? One more nice outing from Ross Stripling, and he's a 79.
Yeah, he's a starter. Yeah. He's bouncing back and forth. Like earlier in the season, I would have said a low end starter, but now it's like he's a low, high end bench.
Yeah, like it's been a roller coaster with Ross Stripling.
Oh, and then our boy Alejandro Kirk. I love Alejandro Kirk.
Okay, what do we got?
You know what? You know what? I really like Alejandro Kirk. Like I think right now, like he could be a starter on most teams, and like I could put him like 80. An 80, 79.
I think that's probably what his overall is right now, like 79, 80.
Yeah.
With potential to get even better. Like I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or in 2 years we're putting him in the elite category.
Oh yeah, like if he puts up elite batting numbers, like he could very well be there.
It's just like
short sample size.
Yeah,
though,
exactly right. Because right now, if he had done what he's done right now over like 2 seasons, full seasons, I'd put him in the elite category.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay,
man.
Starter for Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, starter. But also another catcher here, Reese McGuire.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
We got to pull up the numbers on Mr. Wanky right now.
Because Wanky, like, he has been performing like a starter. And defensively, he's been a starter. His glove is looking a lot better. Yeah, like a career of 258 average this year, 275. The OPS is at 700,
which is
there.
Good for a catcher.
That's good for a catcher. You could start that for a catcher. I kind of want to put him in like right next to Alejandro Kirk, to be honest.
You know what? I think I'm gonna say the exact same thing. I'm gonna put them right there, next to each other, with the thing that Alejandro Kirk, I feel like he has more potential.
Yeah, that's why I want him like a little bit ahead of him. Like Reese is like an 80, 79. Because like if he, before in the beginning of the season, I would have said he's bench 100%. You know what I mean? But like,
He's worked his way.
He's showing it. He's showing it. So he's moved his way up. Yeah.
Love it.
Woo, here we go. Bichette. Okay. I know where I want to put this, man.
I definitely want to put him there too. The question is, do we want to put him above or below?
That is a good question.
Hanjin Ryu. Because what we were saying, Ryu was like 88, 89.
Honestly, I'm at the point now where Bo's proving it to me this year. Like he's a 90 in my eye.
I was thinking him like 89, 90.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where I have him at.
Definitely an elite player. He's showing it. He's like not regressing. Like obviously in the beginning of the year, I was like, ooh, a little worried, but nah, dude, this guy is legit, man. He is legit.
I agree. Yeah, let's toss Bo right there, just right in front of
Ryu.
Ryu. Yeah. Right in front of a Hanjin Ryu.
Ooh, well, now we got Espinal.
Okay.
Very cool.
Espinal, man. This is one I gotta pull up the numbers for as well, dude.
Because like he's obviously start of the year as our bench. He kind of splits bench starter roles with Bichette when he was healthy. But, this year he's batting with an OPS of 746 with an average of 293 and a career with 210 at-bats, a career batting average of 286.
Yeah, he's one of those like we slap singles sort of thing. He does not have a lot of pop, but he definitely can get the he can definitely like slap him around sort of thing. And he does have a very short sample size. He's 26 years old, and we also got to factor in the defense.
Yes.
Which is very, very nice.
Man,
it's borderline for me.
Suspension starter. Yeah,
that's where I'm thinking. It's tough.
Here's the thing, like he's shown me this year that he can be like just good enough to be a starter. And you know what I mean? In my mind, like I could just start him and be happy with that. And that's what I'm thinking at like a 79 or 80. Like he could be a starter.
Let's put him there and say 79.
79.
You're a 79 for me right now, but it's close. It is close.
I mean, look at his OPS plus at 105.
Not bad.
That's literally saying he's an above average player.
Starter. You know,
he's a starter. Now,
Vladimir.
What are we putting Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., bro. Okay, this is one of those ones, guys, where this is also borderline. For me.
It is.
And it's tough. I'm gonna say 100%. Obviously, he's going to be like, I'm going back and forth between 93, 94 is what I'm saying.
I hear you. Because he's playing like a Hall of Famer this year. Obviously, he's in a slump, but I'm not too worried right now. But when you put someone in that category, it's almost like he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
But he has the potential.
Yeah.
He has the potential.
I think personally, I want to go like high end, like top elite. Top elite, where it's like, and then maybe... Yeah, because
he's playing like a 94, like MVP, you know?
It is because his level of play right now is that of a Hall of Famer.
But I know what you mean. So okay, let's. Do you want to go 93 here? If anyone on our team's gonna be a Hall of Famer, it'd be Vlad.
It's gonna be Vlad.
You know what? Like, we're gonna leave it empty all video, or are we gonna boost ourselves up here?
Okay. Toss him there. Let's say 94. We do 94. Not give this title out lightly.
No. You know, and honestly, we're being a little bit generous based on what we just said earlier in the video, but. Because I don't want a blank Hall of Fame thing, let's put Vladimir there.
Let's put him right there.
For now. He's playing like one.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Ooh.
Marcus Semien.
Okay. This is very interesting.
This is an interesting one as well because when he came to this team, guys, we posted a video and got absolutely shat on for it. Because we weren't over the moon about it, and that's because the career numbers on Semien, there was one outlier. It was that year that he almost won MVP, and then in 2020 he kind of sucked again. And now he's back to being like super elite. So what's interesting is like, obviously this year he has a OPS plus, oh my God, of 133. It's
so
really
like
good.
Way better.
It's really good. 865 OPS.
You know what? I would have said before he was like a mid-tier like starter, maybe 80-45. But I think it's proving it like he's touching on elite.
I kind of think of Marcus Semien this year as an 87, 88.
So right behind Ryu right there.
But I mean, like he is really good. Like
he is.
He's even arguably been better than Bo.
Because I think he has a better OPS than Bo.
He has got a better OPS than Bo. Bo has more production than Semien, though.
Like, they scored a similar amount of runs, though, this year, too. So what if because they are very similar hitters, to be honest. So what if we put him like 88? Right there. 88. I like Bo edging him out just because he's got that youth factor and like he can be better, kind of like the Vladdy,
Yes.
So I'm giving it slight edge to Bo, but I do like Marcus Semien there.
88.
Okay.
That's fair. That's reasonable.
We got Adam Cimber here. I like Adam Cimber.
I do like me some Adam Cimber, man. He's an interesting one. Like, not a bunch of innings under his belt, enough that we like know kind of what he is. But I mean, like, he is doing really good this year.
Career 3.44 ERA. This year, 2.19 at the nice age of what?
30.
30 right
30
here.
years old. So kind of in the prime of his career. I think Adam Cimber is a starter. And I think he's better than Kirk and Reese.
He's the best starter. Starter, obviously, we're talking like he could be a good like bullpen guy. You know what I mean? He's a good bullpen guy. I'd give him like 85 right now.
Like, I'd say that this is the height of his career right now. Like, he's really doing good. Like, this is the best he's ever done. So that's why I don't want to be like immediately elite or anything.
if he continues this for another couple years, like, yeah, you can toss him into elite. Maybe he's a late bloomer. You never know.
But yeah, for right now, let's toss him in that starter category. That feels good.
All right. Now we got Corey Dickerson here.
Corey Dickerson
to us, like, as the Blue Jays, is a bench bat. But, like, what is he doing this year? Like,
it's kind of subpar, dude.
That's what I have. You know what I mean? It's not like when you look at the Toronto bats, like on the Miami Marlins, he's a good player, but on us, he's not.
And the thing is with Corey Dickerson, like the career numbers are like low tier elite.
Yeah, they are.
But it's like this year numbers are like bench.
Yeah, for real. And he's been like low key, like this best year, like in 2019, 906 OPS, 800. But then like last year,
steady drop
off, to be honest. So
I kind of want to put him like high bench, honestly.
I feel you, man. Like he's not that impressive to me.
I kind of think of him like a Ross Stripling nowadays, and I do think like I know he's had a really nice career, but at age 32, I feel like the best years for Corey Dickerson are kind of behind him now.
I agree.
And I think he's going to be in that bench role for the remainder of his career.
I think so. Right behind,
right there.
Yeah, I like him there. Randall Grichuk. This one's cool because he was a starter for us and performing good, but he's so inconsistent. He's definitely not elite. No. And
I also don't think he's a bench though either.
You know what I mean?
I really do believe that Randall Grichuk is an exact like 79-80.
Yes, I agree. I'm going to put him right there too, like right ahead of
right there.
Right there. Because like he's proven he's inconsistent, but he's overall the year, like his overall like stats and production is starter. You can start this man.
It will always, and that's the thing. When you look back at Randall Grichuk's stats, they always level out.
Yes,
you know,
always,
they are so consistently. So it's like, put him there. Yeah, and I think that's just what he is, man.
Agreed. Now, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., this one's going to be interesting because preseason, I would have been like, he's borderline elite. But this year, it's a bit of a drop-off and kind of a shocking. Now, that being said, I do think he has a chance to get back up there in the elite category. He's still a young guy on a nice deal.
Up the numbers right here. Because, I mean, this year has not been his best year.
Yeah, like...
But the career numbers, obviously, really good.
They're touching on 800 OPS for the career. This year is 712. The batting average is dropping off a bit. The career is 278. Like... I think he's a good starter for guys, for like a team. Like he's a good starter.
I kind of put him, like, honestly, I put him right now at about where Grichuk is. Right. Just with more potential than Grichuk. Like, I don't think that Grichuk will ever go higher than where he is right now. Yeah. But I could see Lourdes one day touching that 87 mark.
So what about like where do we put him in comparison to Alejandro Kirk and like Reese McGuire?
Right now, I'm kind of looking at all of those guys like the same. But just toss him anywhere in there, man. Like I feel like
split up the catchers. Yeah,
because I do feel like Reese, Kirk, Lourdes, Grichuk, they're all kind of in that same tier right now for different reasons. But they're all in that same overall tier.
Yeah, they're just like a good starting guy.
Yes.
That's it, my man.
Solid.
Yeah. Now we got Teoscar Hernandez. This is a good one.
This one is interesting. Yeah. Obviously, Tio, horrible start to his career.
Yeah.
But I mean, these days, very different story.
Oh, yeah. He's breaking out at 20 years old. Like, he broke out last year. He's still doing it this year.
841 OPS.
Oh, my goodness.
Really nice. Yeah, I mean, I do think he is an elite.
I do think but he's like low end elite because it's the beginning of the eliteness.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah, I'm looking at him like literally a 87.
Me too.
That's where I put Tio.
Me too. Because like again, like he's elite. He is like obviously the short sample size 19 OPS, and he was injured for like 10 games. But 91 games this year, and it's a little bit of a drop off, but 841 OPS. That's really good. So he's an elite.
The reason the reason that we're putting him down a bit because the numbers are really good. It's just like I would be a bit shocked, but I wouldn't be like overly shocked if he started to regress a bit. Whereas like a guy like a Bichette, if he automatically started getting like bad,
I'd be shocked.
I'd be like pretty shocked. I'd be like, I did not see this coming at all, you know?
Whereas like Tio as well, I also wouldn't be shocked if it's like from here out, like he has a nice like 6 years of good solid eliteness and he makes it, and he floats in this elite category for a while.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Because like he's 28.
Totally.
He's 28 years old.
Tons of time left, dude. Tons of time.
Lots.
George Springer.
I think George Springer is what you'd qualify as like a 93 in my mind.
I don't know if I put him quite at 93. I maybe like 91, 92, but I do have him at the top of the
He's like the exact elite, man. He is the exact elite. And like as of late, he's turning it the hell on.
Yes, I mean, as of late, it's like wowzers, like this is really, really good stuff.
And you only see that kind of turn on out of nowhere from people like George Springer.
Totally.
And now that he's fully healthy, like this man's a 93.
Yeah.
This is the peak of his career.
Yeah, he's doing really good stuff. Valera now. Okay, man. Again, we're into that quality where it's like, I just don't know.
Like he had a nice AAA career. I mean, what's his age? He's 29 years old. Oh my goodness.
29. Wow. That's far older than I expected.
Yeah,
actually.
For real.
Far older than I expected.
He has a career 617 OPS. He's bouncing around from teams. Like he's only had 22 at bats this year. Honestly, like
I'm gonna go like maybe
low bench. Like he could be someone's bench, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
but like
he's and honestly, I don't ever want him to be like a starter for us.
No.
He's just like bench in my mind.
He's a bench.
He's bench.
Yeah. Rafael Dolis. Very interesting. Very roller coaster 2021 season. 2020 season was really nice for him coming back from the Japan League.
Yep.
What do you think about Dolis?
Well, I was looking at his career numbers too, and you know what? As much as I love Dolis, like he does have a 4.17 career ERA, and this year it's been even worse. I do trust him. Like I feel,
as of late,
like I feel like he's good, but I don't think the numbers warrant being anything but
bench right now. I agree. Like maybe like above Valera.
I
right here.
Dolis, like if based on the numbers, like 75, 76.
Yeah. He's good right there. All right, then we got Brad Hand. Very interesting.
Now, Brad Hand is super interesting, man, because he is one of the only players on our roster right now who's got a negative WAR.
Wow.
Yeah, he has a negative WAR on the season, which is shocking because he's like 3.72 ERA. Like, that's not awful.
Yeah.
But he has blown a lot of freaking games, especially as of late.
I feel like he's kind of on the decline in his career. He had a really I think before the season we classified him as top 5 closer.
He was a top 5 closer for us. He was like right there on the fringe. I think he was number 5.
Yeah.
So I think right at the beginning of the year I would have had him at like an 87.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
it's like I think he's like kind of like an 85, 84 to be honest. You know what I mean? Like
that's even a bit high for me, man.
That's a little bit high, eh?
Yeah,
because he's falling, right? You can't drop him too far, right? Like
negative WAR though.
I know negative WAR, but like he's still like not too far removed from greatness, Like literally last year 205, 330, like the year before that 275.
Yeah.
Like he is a 3, I know the negative WAR, but like I would still consider him like an 83, 84 at least.
I guess I'm looking at him like an 81, but that would be the place
that's where I'd put him,
anyways.
Right? So. All right, we'll split the difference. He's an 82.
Yeah, somewhere in there for sure. I mean, like, wouldn't be surprised if he had a great stretch down the last little bit.
Exactly.
Also, wouldn't be shocked, though, if he just completely imploded.
I agree.
Alek Manoah.
Very interesting one here.
Yeah, Alek Manoah, I mean, obviously in the very shortened sample size that we have going on for Mr. Manoah.
For real.
Like if this was over, he's got a 2.58 ERA.
Wow.
If this was over, I don't know, 300 innings, then he could even be verging on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for real. Like he'd be for sure elite.
But
like
he's only done 52.1. Therefore, I think he's got to go into the starter
For
category.
me, he's like, because it's such a short sample size. He's playing like a 90, like he's playing better than Ryu, like you know what I mean? Yeah. He's playing like one of our best starters now.
He's playing like almost Cy Young.
Exactly.
So that's why I was saying like if this was over like 300 innings, you could be in the Hall of Fame category. It's just I don't know if we can warrant putting him there yet because of the shortened sample.
So what would you give his overall like he's I think he's on the rise right now. So like
I think I think that Alek Manoah is probably like an 83, and I'd have him like 83. That's right.
All right. I would put him like 84. I'm a little high because like he feels so legit. He feels like a complete like package. Like
either way, I have him above Brad Hand. I have him above Brad Hand, and I have him below Simber.
Yeah.
So right there.
I'll put him right there too. Yeah, but I think like if he were to finish the season strong, he's like touching in on elite now. Like he's broken into this league.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome breakout.
Now Matz.
Steven Matz. Now, Steven Matz, I was looking up his stuff too, dude, and like his career ERA is literally exactly what he's doing this year.
Yeah.
Like he is a 4.3 ERA guy.
Yeah.
So this is where it's like, is that a 79 to you, or is that a 78, 77?
For me, it's like, I like him better than Stripling, and we were like 78, like borderline with Stripling. I'm gonna give him like low end starter.
Yeah, like toss him right there.
You know, because he is a starter. He's a fifth man.
He's a starter,
He's
right?
a fifth man.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like this level, what he's doing right now, a 4.3 ERA, 96.1 innings pitched. That will get you a spot on a rotation.
Exactly.
Pretty much anyone's rotation. Maybe not the LA Dodgers, but
right.
You know, pretty much any other team's rotation.
Exactly, right? Where Stripling, it's like he could be moved to the bullpen, you know?
Could be moved to the bullpen.
Honestly, or Matz. They're very close.
They're very close, dude. They're very close. But yeah, I like Matz just maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better. Patrick Murphy.
Okay.
This one's the one where I saw his headshot. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, like what is that again? Like, what's your name?
I know he's not doing well. He's not doing well.
No. He's not doing very well at all, bro. It's right now we're looking at a 4.82 ERA.
Wow, former third rounder.
But it's also over like no innings pitched.
Yeah, right.
He's got a little bit of prospect pedigree, like a tiny bit.
Yeah, 3.52 ERA, 15 innings pitched, but like
literally just no experience to go off.
None,
right now.
none.
I mean, bench.
Yeah, like I'd put him like low end bench, like maybe higher than Valera.
Yeah, I mean
it's the pedigree of the third round,
that's
26
the thing,
years old, right?
Like, are we looking at potential, or are we looking at what they're doing? Because I do think he's got more potential
than
a Dolis even at this point.
Right.
But it's like, I mean, he just hasn't shown anything.
Yeah,
he hasn't shown anything at all.
We haven't seen anything.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything.
Oh,
put him right there.
Oh, right. Yeah, there you go. All right. 4 left, we got Robbie Ray. When I was looking today, he looks like he's second in Cy Young votes right now. Like he could be. He's doing better than Garrett Cole right now, folks.
That is crazy.
That's nuts.
He's got a 2.9 ERA this year, over 130.1 innings pitched. Now, this is a bit of an outlier from the career. Definitely it's his best year ever, probably.
Yeah, it's looking like his best year ever. Yeah. He's returning to form. Like before this year, I would have said he's like a low starter, but he is just surging, man.
But right now, like I probably have him right in the Ryu category.
Honestly, like I'm gonna put him just because like you think about it, like he started like over here this year. He's surging. Like I'm gonna put it like, what do you think? Right behind Ryu? Or like right in front of Ryu?
It's very close,
it's close, man.
It's very close.
87,
like,
88.
As of late, like, you know, it's like a game apart, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like one bad Ryu game, one good Robbie Ray game.
They're switching.
Yeah. So yeah, put him there for right now, but I could definitely see that moving very soon.
87, 88 for Robbie Ray. He's performing like an absolute Cy Young candidate right now.
Totally.
Now we have our boy Richards.
Yo, you know that Richards, even though he's got all the gray hair, 28 years old?
That's wild.
I
think it's a genetic thing. It's got to be a genetic thing, right? There's no way.
Real.
But yeah, Richards, he's really interesting because he's doing well this year.
He's doing pretty well this year, man. A 3.35 ERA, a 4.28 career ERA, though. A lot of strikeouts this year. He's definitely exceeding what he has done in the past.
But still 28 years old, pitcher, you know, he's got time. What do you think? I definitely like him in the bullpen. He feels like a solid security guy.
It's close, you know, like this is the first time that we're seeing like really good stuff out of him, but it is pretty good stuff. So
I'd give him like 82, 83. Like it's doing good. I can rely on him as like a bullpen arm, you know? If we're talking like MLB The Show guys, like 82, 83 is like closer level. Like that's what but like we're talking like we're putting them all in the same playing field right now of starter.
I have him as a starter. I don't know if he's that high for me, but I have him as a starter.
Okay. Know? What would you give his overall?
Probably an 81.
81. So yeah. So better or worse than Brad Hand?
Well, I had Brad Hand at like an 82.
Right.
So I guess just slightly worse.
Right there. Yeah. Look at that. Like we got him, and we got him all around the trade deadline, and those are our best relievers.
Hey, we got 3 starters.
Yeah, well, literally, and there's nobody else.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. Except for this man.
This guy right
Jordan
here.
Romano.
Romano, I think Romano is really interesting. Man.
Yeah.
Like he's good. He's good.
He's really
He's
good.
not like best in the league good.
No.
He's good.
He's like, because like at one point, like he's had some bad outings recently, but like actually like recently as in like the sample size of a month, but like last few outings were actually solid. He's just trying to find his consistency. He's 28 years old.
Top end starter.
Yeah, like I'd give him like 85, 86.
Yeah, he's
like,
around that area, you know.
Yeah, like
around there, probably ahead of Simber.
Yeah, I do. If you were to ask me, like who's our like best guy, I'd go Jordan Romano in the bullpen.
Romano,
you know what I mean?
Probably Romano.
So yeah, like 85, 86. So you know what? This actually really puts it in perspective, like how we feel about our bullpen. There's no elite guy in our bullpen.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So
no elite guy.
It's just we got like we have 4 solid guys that are good. And then the rest are like bench or
because I would have had
systems.
Kirby Yates probably in that elite category.
Yeah, I would have put Kirby Yates right around here.
Yeah,
you know, so
for sure.
All right. Last
now,
man.
Jose Barrios. Now, this
yes.
one's really interesting, man, because, I mean, again, over the course of his career, I don't know if you can say that he is...
like an elite. He's like, yeah, like he has the potential to be an elite. This year, putting up elite stuff, 100%.
Like, I think, yeah, because he's doing a 3.23 ERA, a lot of innings pitched. This is definitely his best year ever.
You know what? With that being said, in my mind, because I would have put him like right here at the starter category. Like he's moving up, and I think he's cracking elite for me, to be honest.
I have him like 86, 87. Like it's right there. It's borderline, so I'm good with either.
Yeah, because he's actually doing better than Ryu, and he's younger. Like he would be like around here for me. Let's put him at the 87. Like he's cracking elite.
And the
now.
the thing about Jose Barrios that we really like is I think that he's got the potential to one day be like a 90, 91.
Yes,
you know, like
exactly.
Kind of a solidified, like I am an elite sort of thing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's take a look at this list right here and like really seeing the Toronto Blue Jays. Like we have depth. And we have some elite guys here.
Yeah, I mean, we're also extremely biased, so
we are.
If John Boy did this,
he would be.
This list would be completely different.
Yeah, agreed.
But
like he'd be like Espinal, like farm system. Like I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And I hear that. I do hear that. You know, it's like I do think, honestly, looking at it, like we're probably pretty high on Espinal.
Yeah, we are. We are super high.
Yeah, like there's a couple.
Is anything we changed now that we're looking at it?
I mean, maybe Espinal's bench.
Yeah,
he just hasn't shown enough.
Yeah, I know.
Really
top
like
end bench.
Like I want him to be starter. You know, like I think he's starter. And like,
what about Reese McGuire?
It's close, man.
Yeah, you know
it's close.
Like he could be a bench.
He's shown like 1 month of
like,
we're like
he's
starter. Now.
Starter. Yeah, I agree.
So it's really is.
Yeah, we've barely seen anything of Kirk.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? Like. Oh man, but no, you know what? This is, and obviously he would not be putting him here.
No,
you know, we're even being really nice about.
Well, yeah, I mean, like frankly, because that's the thing, right? Like we're talking about all these other guys. It's like they got potential. We're putting Vlad there because we think he's got the potential to do that. Because I don't really put anyone in the Hall of Fame tier unless they've done what Vlad has done for like 3 consecutive years.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, now I can warrant you being in there.
Agreed. But because it's like 22 years old, like he's doing it this year. He's the best right now in hitting, like arguably. So yeah, he's there for me. And
we'll toss him there.
I'm happy with this team. You know what? And like, I know we want to end this video soon, but Nate Pearson and Hatch can replace these guys. And now
they can get rid of
them.
them. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. But guys, that is our rankings of the Toronto Blue Jays. Please let us know in the comments what you think about this, where you would have some guys. I know that this is going to incite a bunch of conversation. All of these rankings do. I've been pulling my hair out about Madden's recent rankings that they have just just released. So this is just a great way to give yourselves a headache if you want to troll us in the comments, then absolutely go for it. Also, we are going to be doing this style of video for some other teams too. So comment down below what team you want us to do next, and let us know your thoughts.
Guys, you can also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker. You can also check us out on our Instagram, Twitter, and our TikTok. And as well, guys, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use code TODAYJAYS to get discounts and deals. You can get 50% or 100% actually of your money back on Monkey Knife Fight. So if you like sports betting, use that app. And as well, guys, $3 a month and you become a Patreon. You can come into our Wine on Wine. Shout out and thank you to all of our Patreons.
You're beautiful people.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, and
go Jays, go!